Today's horoscope, Scorpio February 25, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You want to bring something to a new level today, and you naturally take the lead. You might thoroughly enjoy digging for answers, and there can be important new insights, reveals, or discoveries on personal matters, family, or home life. Mapping out plans, strategizing, and organizing can be very successful today. You're practical yet also progressive in your approach, and your initiative is stronger than usual. You're willing to put in the effort to balance things out, preparing for the future rather than only the moment. It's a fine time to teach or guide others. This can be an especially mentally active day, and your passion for a personal interest is prominent. A competitive situation can motivate you. Stunning, sexy energy is sizzling in the heavens. As mental Mercury, our planet of the mind and communication, dance through your solar house of true love and dating, he will catch the lusty gaze of mighty Mars, the god of sex and passion. They will link in a provocative and dirty dance, making sure that you're ready to unleash your charm, charisma, and magnetism. If you are single, today is a perfect time to send some sexy words to a crush who you'd like to seduce. Suggest a spontaneous dinner, happy hour, or hook up and see if you've snatched their interest. Perhaps suggest a surprise dalliance or meetup tonight or rendezvous this weekend. Recent developments might produce thoughtful conversations. Discuss the latest and upcoming changes in your work arrangements, as the moon in Capricorn trines Uranus in Taurus. The semi-stable earthy energy will encourage you to gradually adjust how you speak about work matters and professional commitments. You may not feel as tight-lipped. As you open up, you may feel comfortable talking about the direction you want to take your partnerships, responsibilities, and projects. You could also become comfortable voicing how the recent adjustments make you feel, which is essential to consider in a work environment. Today's planetary aspect is splendid for creativity. So, consider creating a promise to yourself. First, take a look at what you can do to promote your own well-being, then determine your goals and forge the commitment to abide by them. Bearing in mind that your health practices are for your benefit and of your choosing, you should feel optimistic and hopeful. Check in with yourself and note any doubts or fears. If you don't feel comfortable with your goals, you may want to lighten up. How you adorn your home can be a reflection of your attitude and style. On this home-loving, family-based day, take a look around your space to see what it says about you. Consider what you see as though you were a visitor coming for the first time. If it gives an accurate representation of your character and passions, great. But if it's outdated and needs some sprucing up, take the time to do so. It will bring you far greater rewards than you know. Even though Venus has the brakes on as she prepares to turn retrograde in your work sector in 6 days, and the dwarf planet Eris, the warrior princess of the cosmos, is still barely moving after turning direct here last month, you are moving into the most game-changing months on the job front in decades. While the planets already here are dragging their heels and it might feel like the brakes are on, this is a stalling tactic. Venus should be days away from leaving, but instead, she is not only staying on, but as you prepare for Neptune, the planet of hopes and dreams, return next month for the first time in our lifetime. 6 days after the Sun returned to your romantic sector, and with a new moon still 4 days away, the dwarf planet Ceres returns to begin her first deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities in 4 years. With after 14 years Neptune, the planet of hopes and dreams, leaving at the end of next month, but Venus set to retrograde back in for a double-dip visit before he leaves. The timing couldn't be better. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon in Capricorn forms an opposition with newly direct Mars in Cancer, you may find yourself reflecting on past actions and words, gaining a newfound awareness of how they have shaped recent events. This opposition brings an interesting dynamic, as the moon and Mars are in mutual reception, meaning they have the potential to assist each other rather than work against one another. This can create a unique opportunity for self-reflection and growth, allowing you to take ownership of past mistakes while also recognizing the lessons they hold. Have you ever looked back on a situation and realized that with just a little more patience or a different perspective, things might have unfolded differently? Now is the time to embrace those insights, not with regret, but with a sense of empowerment, because every moment of self-awareness brings you closer to becoming the person you strive to be. With this energy in play, you might become more aware of missed opportunities, but rather than dwelling on what could have been, use this time to open your mind to new possibilities. This is a day for forward movement, for releasing old frustrations and embracing a fresh perspective. Mars, now moving direct, supports action, while the moon in Capricorn encourages careful planning and measured steps. If there is something you've been holding on to, resentment, self-doubt, or even an old goal that has felt just out of reach, consider this a cosmic invitation to shift your mindset. The past does not define your future unless you allow it to. What's one thing you can let go of today to make room for something better? Creativity flows through you now, and it's shaping the way you spend your time. There's an urge to express yourself, to dive into activities that allow you to reconnect with parts of yourself that may have been neglected. Whether it's painting, writing, playing music, or even engaging in thought-provoking conversations, your mind craves stimulation. Have you ever rediscovered an old passion and felt like a missing piece of yourself was falling back into place? This is a wonderful time to lean into that feeling. Whether it's picking up an instrument you haven't touched in years or simply allowing your imagination to wander, creative expression will bring both clarity and joy. The energy today also encourages meaningful connections with others. There is something magnetic about optimism, and your current outlook has a way of drawing people in. You may find that friends, colleagues, or even acquaintances are more receptive to your ideas, eager to share in your enthusiasm and vision. If you are in a relationship, this energy strengthens your bond, making communication flow effortlessly. If you're single, your natural charm is heightened, making this a great time to meet someone new. Have you ever met someone at just the right moment in your life, when your energy seemed to align perfectly with theirs? That kind of serendipity is in the air today, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there, whether socially or romantically. If there's something you've been meaning to start, whether it's a project, a personal goal, or even a conversation about a change you want to make, today is a great day to take that first step. Sometimes, the hardest part is simply beginning. If necessary, seek advice or permission where needed, but don't let hesitation hold you back. You may find that once you voice your ideas or take action, you receive more support than you expected. There's a momentum building around you now, and even the smallest step forward can create a ripple effect that leads to bigger opportunities. What's something you've been thinking about doing but haven't acted on yet? Physically, you may feel a strong urge to burn off excess energy. Engaging in some form of movement, whether it's an intense workout, a long walk, or even just stretching, will help bring a sense of balance and release any restlessness. There's something deeply satisfying about pushing yourself physically and feeling your own strength. Have you ever had one of those workouts where you went in feeling frustrated but walked out feeling like a weight had been lifted off your shoulders? That kind of renewal is available to you today. On the financial front, things are beginning to shift in a positive direction. If you've been feeling stuck or uncertain about your financial progress, you may start to notice signs that the momentum is picking up. The obstacles that once seemed immovable are beginning to dissolve, and your instincts for making smart financial moves are reawakening. If an opportunity presents itself, don't let fear hold you back. Have you ever hesitated on a decision, only to look back later and wish you had taken the leap? While it's important to be mindful, don't allow overthinking to paralyze you. Trust yourself and your ability to navigate new opportunities wisely. As the day unfolds, embrace the energy that surrounds you. Reflect on your past, but don't let it weigh you down. Reconnect with your passions and the parts of yourself that bring joy. Strengthen your relationships by showing up authentically and listening with an open heart. Take those first steps toward the goals you've been dreaming about, and trust that even the smallest effort today can lead to something greater in the future.